Hello and welcome to today's Starseed Healing Circle. I hope you've had a beautiful weekend and that you are ready for the week ahead. Okay, so in today's session we have stage 2 of our light body activation, and we will be activating the second center today. I also have set up a grid for us, so a tachyon grid that I've got next to me. So while we're doing the meditation, I will be working on that grid as well. Okay, let's have a look at our tune in. Let's dive right in. So close your eyes, take a slow deep breath in and out. Center. And just think about what it is that you would like to work with today. What would you like to receive? What would you like to let go of? What would you like to bring into your life? What would you like to heal? Knowing that we are working with the light body, we can use this as a tool to move towards what it is we want to manifest or create. When you're ready, open your eyes and just allow your eyes to gently trace the light code, connecting us with our intention today, connecting us with the group energy today. And just allow your eyes to rest where they do, or perhaps trace this light code like it is a labyrinth for the eyes. Focus on your intention. And you may choose to stay here as long as you need. Pause the recording if you need to. Okay, so we'll start off just very quickly looking at the grid, and then I will take you through the two centers that we're working with today, the Nuya and the Dinia. So let's have a look at the grid. Okay, so I've got a circle grid set up, and it's a combination of the tachyons and the ones of Horus cards. It's not too important to understand what is where and why it's there. Oh, that's rhymed. But it's just to have this as our focal point. So I've got the Wands of Horus cards on the outer circle, and then the Tachyon sun pyramids on the inner circle, and then 2 star pyramids in the center. You can only see one because they're actually stacked on top of each other. The bottom one is an aqua star pyramid, and the top one is an indigo star pyramid. And usually indigo is associated with past lives. This could be Atlantean or Inca, Mayan. And it's also to do with spiritual development. And then the aqua star pyramid is usually associated with extraterrestrials, aliens, and energies that's not from this planet. So we're combining, perhaps activating from a past life perspective, these light body activations, and also bringing from our starseed origins this information. The sun pyramids, they are really good for manifestation. So what they do is they bring a very focused energy in. And then of course the Wands of Horus cards each have their own toroidal field, using tachyon energy as well as organites, organite energy and magnetic energy, and then it's all woven together into one grid that becomes our focal point for today. Okay, so let's do a quick recap on the first center. Oops, where am I going? There. So our first center is the Nuya, and that's the one that we clench the perineum, the muscle, the little muscle that sits between the sex organs and the anus. So you want to focus. It's really about, if you've been practicing, I hope you've been practicing working with this particular center. Remember, the first 3 centers are the only 3 centers within the light body that we can physically activate or control by a physical movement, like a muscle contraction. as we go up with our centers, we cannot control those with muscle contractions anymore. So it's really important. These three, the lower three centers, are really the foundation, and we want to be able to just really get accurate with where that muscle is sitting. And initially you may find that it's a bunch of muscles that will contract, and as you work more and more with it, you'll be able to really zone into that one little muscle that you need to contract. And so if you remember from the session, not the last session before, so if you just go back to that session, if you haven't done it yet, just have a look at that one. With the new year, we can do it really, really small and thin, like a column, and then you can go wider and wider with this pyramid. And the wider we go, the more energy we allow in from our surroundings. So for example, if you are in an area where the energy is not great, and like a lot of negative energy, what you want to do is consciously make your New Year cone smaller and perhaps even shorter, so we can pull it up closer to the body so that you don't absorb that negative energy around you. And when you're in a safe environment where you are free and open, and where there's lots going on that you want to soak up and soak in or pull in, then you can open up this New Year cone wider, even making it almost flat like a plane. But I wouldn't recommend that just yet. So do that later when you're comfortable with this specific energy. So the New Year is really great. This is our one that we use most of the time. You can use this in a shopping center. You can use this when you are driving, when you are going places, whatever, it doesn't matter. So wherever you need to pull energy in, open it up, and where you need to close down, you make this center smaller. Okay. And then our next center, the Dinia, there's the muscles that we contract. They will be a little bit harder to find than the New Year muscles. They are, okay, for women it's actually easier. They're literally sitting on top of your ovaries. For men, you've got to pretend that you have ovaries, and we all have them at some stage, I'm sure, because when the fetal stages, we are all female until the change starts taking place, but we all start off the same. And so what you want to do is you want to find those 2 points where the ovaries would sit, and those are the points that you will gently contract. And this is, like I said, it's going to be a little bit harder to find, but again, like we did with New Year, you start off with a general area and you slowly zone in and focus in on the exact area where these points are. Now the New Year points are usually circular, but we can flatten them out. We can squish them a little bit, but don't worry about that yet. So that's something for later. Each of these little points, you know what? I could actually, whoops, what am I doing? I can put my video on. Forgot about that. So each of these points actually will create ripples into a plane. So initially we start off as this clear straight plane, and as you start contracting these points, it starts creating ripples within the plane. So each of these points will create their own set of ripples. So imagine it's like a little pebble that you drop into the water and it starts making ripples out. It's going to do the same thing. These ripples can be big and long, or they can be quite strong and wavy. And basically these ripples will go all the way around the body. So very important. Actually, I should have probably drawn that different, because it should be almost like 2 sets of ripples going out. So for each of the points, they will have their own sets of ripples. So imagine you throwing 2 little pebbles into the water at the same time. That's the type of feeling that you're going to have. And depending on the contraction that you do, like for example, if we're doing with a slow dinya, like dinya, so din, you'll contract, and then as you do that, it's going to send out the ripples, and yeah, you're going to release that. And whereas if you do dinya, 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 then it's going to be short, quick ripples. So depending on the muscular contraction. So with Nuya, Dinia, they're slightly different with the Nuya. As we contract, you're opening up and you're focusing the energy, whereas with Dinia, when we go with the contraction, it's like literally like dropping that pebble into the water, and so it's more of a release, where the or letting go, where the Nuya is more of a pulling in energy. So these two energy centers actually work really closely together, and these are probably the ones we use most of the time, especially in the beginning, because you want to be able to pull in the energy, and then the Dinia is then to release or spread or circulate the energy. So if you're in a space where you want to soak up the energy, then you open up your Nuya cone, and then you use Dinia to really circulate that energy around the system. When you're in a place where energy is not nice, make the cone really small and flatten out your Dinia plane so that we don't circulate that energy within the system. Okay, so I think that's it for my explanation, because really the big thing here is the experience of the experience. So I'm going to put this back onto the grid, and I'll keep that one up in place, and then I want you to get all comfortable. So for me personally, I prefer to sit when I do these meditations, but I know a lot of people who prefer to lie down. So find a comfortable position, whether it's seated or reclined. If you're sitting, you may choose to sit cross legs or in half lotus or full lotus. Or if you're sitting on a chair, you want to have your feet flat on the floor, ankles not crossed. And if you're lying down, just find that comfortable position. And we are ready to begin now to go on a journey to explore the subtle realms, the energies, to explore dimensions and aspects of the earth plane that you somehow knew were there, but perhaps were unable to bring fully into your consciousness. And as we explore these centers for the vibrational energy bodies, we will begin to be able to bring more and more aspects of the subtle energies into our awareness and consciousness. So allow your body to relax even more now. And remind yourself of your awareness, because your awareness of your experience is what's going to show you where the focus lies. And the awareness is what you can use to enhance your experience as we move on our travels on this journey. So taking a deep breath now, and let yourself relax even more. Finding a rhythm with your breathing that is quite natural and easy for you. A rhythm that will keep you aware of your physical body and also what your physical body needs. So allow your awareness to move deep inside, as though you were infinity. And finding that inner openness as you begin to notice more and more relaxation and physical ease. Now bring your awareness to the pelvic floor, to the muscles spanning the pelvic bones, and let them relax. For women, bring your awareness to the area just in front of the vaginal wall. And for men, the area just below and in front of the prostate gland. And see with a few gentle and easy movements if you can contract the muscles in a smooth and even rhythm now. Nu-ya. And as we say nu, you contract, and as we get to the ya, you release. Nu-ya. Very gentle now. Nu-ya. And continue to explore in that rhythm now. Nu-ya. 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 And just allow the contraction and the release to be slow and easy. Easy and gentle. Each time discovering a smaller area, focusing in more and more on that muscle until there's barely any movement within the muscle, moving the pelvic floor only so slightly and very gently. And just allow yourself to experience any changes within your awareness. Letting yourself follow your experience and explore these energies as I transmit the energies to you, exploring the rhythms and contractions. Nu-ya. 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 And just notice your experience. And also include into your awareness the area of the pelvic floor, and also the area of your head and your neck, your shoulders, and all of your physical body and energy systems. Just allow your awareness to expand, including more and more. Nu-ya. 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 Keep that rhythm in your awareness, in your imagination. Nu-ya. Keep keeping your focus and your awareness on that cylinder, and extending that cylinder between your legs for several feet. And allow the circle to expand, just grading the energy, as it were, from a cylinder to a cone, continuing the contractions on the rhythm. Nuya, nuya, nuya. Playing with that experience, allowing the lower part of the cylinder to become larger, creating more of a cone. Perhaps taking the sides out, increasing it to 45 degrees, and just notice your experience as you imagine that all happening now as you continue the rhythm of the contractions. Nuya, 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 nuya. Just letting yourself be calm in that experience, making the contractions on the rhythm a smaller and smaller area. Letting the release be even longer now, so that the contraction and release are almost equal in length. As you begin to adjust the angle of the cone to enhance your experience, making it smaller, so that it's almost a cylinder or larger, or extended out several feet. Just notice how it enhances your experience, and choose the angle that is right for you right now. Nuya, nuya, nuya. Good. Now letting yourself bring into your awareness also the area of the abdomen. So for women, this is the area just above or on the ovaries. And for men, that'll be in the corresponding place. So it's on the pelvic girdle, on top of the pelvic crest. Just a few inches in from your sides, a few centimeters in. And find that area now with your mind. And see if you can also find the muscles there in each of those two locations, one on the right, one on the left. And so you want to contract or roll in the muscles ever so slightly. Just exploring again, finding a smaller muscle or a smaller area. Then we're going to continue with the same rhythm as we've done for Nuya, and then track both of these locations where these points are, making them smaller and smaller. And just follow along your experience now. Dinia, Dinia, Dinia. Make the contractions in the same sequence, same as the Nuya contraction. Nuya, Dinia, Nuya, Dinia, Nuya, And as I alternate the Nuya and the Dinia words, you are contracting both at the same rhythm, both the Nuya and the Dinia at the same time. Dinya, 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 Nuya, Nuya, Nuya. Just let yourself float on this experience now, making these contractions very gently, and just follow along with the energy smoothly and easily, adjusting the cone to enhance your experience, and allowing your awareness to broaden outwards as you follow these waves of the Dinia. Nuya, Dinya, Nuya, Dinya, Nuya, Dinya. Just follow along this energy and let yourself adjust your breathing, slightly longer breaths. Nuya, Dinya. Good. Yes, notice that frequency now. Notice that as the Dinya centers contract, they send out moving energy like waves in all directions. As these waves move out on the plane, it'll be perpendicular to the spine, such that you are standing upright. You want to be parallel to the floor that you are standing on. And the waves move out upon this plane, and they define the plane. Dinia, Dinia, Dinia. And just follow those waves out now as far as you can with your imagination, with your inner senses. Track that wavelength and the distance between the crests as the waves lengthen. Dinia, Dinia, Dinia. Just follow out your awareness. See how far they go. Notice your experience. Notice the shift. And follow that experience in your awareness now as you follow the waves, letting yourself float even more. Nuya, Dinia. Just be your experience. Allow yourself to relax and flow. Let the contractions slow and come to a stop. Just notice your experience now. Notice the experience and any sensations. Just be in this moment. And when you're ready, let yourself come slowly and easily back to this time and space of the earth plane. And as you do, integrate your experience into who you are now in this time and space. And when you're ready, come back slowly and easily. Welcome back. So I am going to leave you with that one. I'm going to leave you right there. Homework is going to be to practice with both of these points, or both of these centers. Really start experiencing what it feels like to connect with the energies. Remember that Nuya, as it opens up, allows you to take more energy from your surroundings, and the Dinia, as it waves out, allows that energy to be circulated throughout your energy bodies and systems. So if you're in a space where you feel grounded and relaxed and it's nature and it's beautiful, open up your Nuya cone, do the contractions as you open up, and allow that energy to come in, and then allow your Dinia waves to go nice and big and wide, or perhaps even bigger and more awake and alert to circulate the energy. And when you're in spaces where you are feeling perhaps stressed or uncomfortable, close your Nuya cone and flatten out that wave of the Dinia so that it does not circulate the energy as much. And then let me know in the comments below how you find that experience, how you've played with it, and what your experience were of these first two centers of 12. So we'll be introducing the other centers along the way as we go along. It won't be every single session because I think I like variety, so I like to include other techniques along the way as well. And also I'm guided with each Monday when I wake up. I check in, what do we need today, and then that's what we do. So with that, I'm going to bid you farewell for today, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. We'll see you in our next session.